On the court, I know a good pick when I see one. And at Fareway, every pick is fresh. Straight from the cart to your kitchen. Fareway, your home court advantage.
Hey guys, welcome back to another season of Reaction Time. I've been getting asked a lot where we've been at. When are the episodes coming? When are you guys going to talk about this season? Unfortunately, Ben's been very busy and you've had a busy summer, busy off season. Tell us about it. How's your off season? How was?
Yeah, very busy off season. Got married. Technically that happened during NCAA tournament.
True, we talked about it.
Jacqueline flew back from Philadelphia for my wedding. So shout out to her for being an awesome friend. So that happened. Then we went on a honeymoon. And then in May, I got a new job where I design and make custom furniture and custom cabinetry. So I'm a full-time woodworker. So that's very fun. Love that job. But that job has also taken me away from my computer and phone. So I have not kept up on a lot of social media things. But we're catching back up now. Season's getting back going. So yeah, no, just a really busy, really great off season. A lot of great fun things. So ready for wrestling season to get back going.
I agree. I had the opposite. Chris decided to write a book. He's been writing it for like 3 years. I think he had said I might have to look to Aiden to confirm. I think it's 3 years. And I ended up taking a bigger role in this book experience with him. So I think I lived on my computer. Unfortunately, I couldn't like be as in tune with everything when you're so into the book publishing process. Very new to me. But I truly was like, day job, book. And then in the mix of that, Chris and I were like, hey, you know what sounds like a good idea? Let's redesign the website and let's revamp the logo. It's time. So truly, it was like the busiest work summer I've had in a long time. So I'm very excited for wrestling season because this is where I get to go back to my roots.
Yeah, it's our home.
Yeah. And we're back. We're going to be here all season.
And in a new studio. Not really technically a new studio, but a new studio space.
We freshened up the studio. If I could physically like take the camera and show you guys, I would. But we set up this little corner now. Any Iowa State wrestling fans who simply have little knickknacks they want to donate to the studio.
Yeah, if you have old wrestling shoes, they could go right here.
Yeah, like some headgear. Whoever has a Kale Sanderson bobblehead,
that'd be sweet.
Give it up. We'll put them right here.
Put it on loan, like a museum. We don't have to take it. We can take it for loan.
I do have one. It's in my home studio.
Okay, so Aiden will supply the Kale Sanderson bobblehead.
I should have brought that tonight.
You should have.
Yeah,
Shame on you.
I love it. So, yeah, lots of good changes for Cyclone Fanatic. I got promoted.
Did you really? I didn't actually know that.
Fanatic.
Congratulations.
I'm the chief brand officer now.
Wow, big time.
It's big time until people like Aiden, our forever loyal producer, and Chris, whenever we're in our staff chat, we'll say something like, oh, should we do this? What about this? Both of them have said, I don't know, sounds like a chief brand officer decision. So now I get hit with that quite often. But yeah, that was really, really fun when it happened. I think it was in like May.
Nice.
So moving up.
Big time.
Which rolls us into wrestling because I am, as many years as Dresser's been coaching the program is as long as I have been covering wrestling. And this is his 9th season.
That's wild. That means I've been covering wrestling for 11 seasons.
That's crazy.
That doesn't even make sense to me.
And here we are today.
I know.
All because of Fareway, by the way.
Shout out to Fareway.
Our presenting sponsor who continues forever loyal, a Cyclone Fanatic. Always grateful for their support. And I mean, what a season we have to cover, right? We can jump right into it. Iowa State obviously didn't have the season they wanted last year with all of the injuries. And then you just go in and mix in all of the craziness of the portal. I mean, Dresser hustled to get guys to transfer in, and he pulled in some really good ones. And then, of course, you know, guys left. So you'll see Casey Swiderski as a Cowboy.
Christian Carroll is a different Cowboy.
Yeah, he's
Wyoming.
Cody Chittum's at Chattanooga. Gosh, I don't even.
Those are the 3 big ones, right?
Yes. So, and you'll see a lot of new faces. If you look at the most recent rankings, Steve O'Poulin at 125. He's ranked number 7 in the country, which is awesome to have him in the lineup and then ranked in the top 10. And then you guys will also get to see more of Vinny Zerban, a man of few words, but I like his energy in general, his presence. He was a nice guy. And then, of course, Isaac Dean. He is very, very social. It is like he seems so amazed by the way wrestling is viewed in the state of Iowa.
Yeah.
He is just in awe of like how much everybody's really into it. So I think it'll be really cool for him to experience Hilton.
Yeah, it will, for sure.
And then, of course, the biggest name I would say of Dresser's offseason was Rocky Elam from Missouri. He was a huge get for reference. He's number 2 in the country at 197 pounds. He was probably my favorite interview of Media Day. And the reason is he is just a natural leader. Wherever he goes after college, and I'm sure if his body allows it, I would assume he maybe wants to continue to compete.
I could see that, for sure.
But he's going to be a fantastic coach. Fantastic. Like the way he just talks, just a natural leader. And he's so confident and just very thoughtful in his words. So I bet it's really nice to have someone like him in the room when you lost a voice like David Carr. I know it was really hard to kind of fill that role last season, especially.
I was going to say, I don't know that they did last year.
I don't think they did. I think they tried. I think some guys tried, but I think there was just so much going on with injuries. They never really found like their footing in that. So
injuries and inconsistent results too, because I think guys who probably tried to fill that role were Casey Swiderski and Cody Chittum. And Cody definitely had inconsistent results, and Swiderski not as much, but he had his own things. So
So I can definitely see Rocky Elam just naturally taking that, just because he's older. It's his last season. And then it's just the way he carries himself, which makes me very curious what his brother Zach Elam is like.
Right.
Because we watched him compete for so many years. So, but a fun thing about Rocky, and I'm not sure if he talked about this with everybody else at Media Day, because he and I had talked over the summer, but our good and favorite Younger Bastida was a huge part of his decision to transfer. This was, I think, a pretty big thing that Dresser said in Dresser Talk. He goes on to explain how Rocky had a lot of offers when he hit the portal.
Which makes total sense. He's the number 2 ranked guy in the country.
Yes.
So
he didn't list the schools, but I'm sure you guys, with the industry knowledge you have, could probably try and guess a few of the schools. But Dresser said something like some of the offers he was getting would break your cameras right now. And so Rocky's decision to go to Iowa State, I think, is another one you can add to like a hypothetical list of the way Iowa State is able to get guys to commit to what Iowa State is, because Rocky Elam took a huge pay cut from all the other offers he probably had to come to Iowa State. So I think that says a lot of just like what Dresser is offering wrestlers and what it means to commit to this program instead of like chasing a bag. Right.
It sounds similar to David Carr. Obviously, he didn't transfer in, but we have heard the rumors of the offers that he was offered when he wasn't in the transfer portal. So I was like, it's just when you said that, it's like, oh yeah, that's the parallel to David Carr. So I think that definitely speaks to his character in a really big way.
Yeah, and he, like I said, he is so nice, and he just talked a lot about how transferring was really never something he had ever considered. Like, he probably truly thought he was going to graduate from Missouri and, his black and gold singlet, just like his brother did. And no, something clicked, and I think being able to train with Younger is a huge part of it, which is awesome because they were at one point,
they had a great rivalry. I loved watching him wrestle.
I enjoyed it very much. So when Younger went up and now was facing against Zach, I was like, oh, well, this is kind of like a best of both worlds, I guess. And so it's exciting that they're now sharing a room. Like, imagine how much better they both can be having each other, except Rocky is in the lineup for this weekend, but he has been very transparent about just some of the injuries he's had. You know, his body's a little beat up. He's older. So you got to be intentional in his training to ensure he stays healthy. And Dresser also made a joke about how they try to keep Younger away from him because they don't want to hurt him. So, which Younger is huge.
Yeah. I'm so excited that he's back in the lineup. It hurt me so much. As the leader, the self-proclaimed leader of the Younger Bastida fan club, it hurt so much when he was out for the year when Dresser announced. I was like, no. But now
he's back.
He's back. And ranked number 1. He did the All-Star Classic, won that match convincingly.
And it was a great match.
It was. Looked real good. I'm just like, okay, he is back. We're back. The Younger Bastida hype train is full force. I'm just really excited to see what he looks like as a senior now that he has 4 years of folk style under his belt. Because I still picture him as a freshman. And I even catch myself now just like when he has choice in between periods. It's like, oh, does he choose down? And like he chose down every time 2 years ago. But I still picture that freshman who could not get out from the bottom. It's like, no, he'll choose down. Like he can. Wyatt Hendrickson, one of the best riders on the planet, he got out from underneath him. So it's like, Younger will choose down. He'll be all right in folk style. And then he's still just as explosive as ever. So I am very, very excited to see what a healthy, folk style savvy, and hungry Younger Bastida looks like.
Well, and I asked him what did he learn about himself in his year on the mat side, and he said patience. So I'm sure he's ready to just like come out and destroy competition, which I'm very excited about. And also kind of disappointed that we have to deal with Younger and AJ Ferrari come.
Yeah.
I would assume. I'm not even 100% sure if Nebraska falls into any of these tournaments for him, but AJ Ferrari's number 2 in the country at heavyweight because he went up during this offseason.
Yeah. And transferred to Nebraska. Yep. And yes, those of you who've been following Iowa State wrestling since Younger Bastida was a freshman, you probably remember that match against AJ Ferrari and what happened during it. I won't get into too many details, but look it up sometimes. Just look up Younger Bastida, AJ Ferrari, and you'll see AJ gets a lot of Younger, is what I'll say. Just grabs a whole lot of Younger.
Which, looking back, that's just so weird.
It's so wild.
It's just, No, very excited for Younger. It's almost like sad to think that we're going into like his final.
I know.
Matches.
I'm not thinking about that yet.
You're so right. We can't think that far ahead. But no, I'm excited for him. He looks great. He was great to check in with at Media Day. Talk about another leader on the team. I'm sure he's just a little more quieter.
Yeah,
is my guess. Unless, maybe he's louder when it's just them doing practice. But no, I think he's going to be a huge staple. Like we said, he's ranked number 1 in the country. And people are chirping. A lot of people were talking about him after the All-Star Classic, how he's clearly going to win the weight. It's what some people were saying, which I'm like, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's see. Other guys. Is there anybody else you're really excited about?
I am really, so Rocky Elam, obviously very excited about that. I think besides the 2 upper weights, I'm probably most excited about what happens between, no. Back up before we get to 141 through 157. I'm very excited about Connor Uten. I know Aiden Riggins is the one ranked right now, and maybe he gets the spot. But what I saw from Connor Uten before he tore his ACL, even when he tore his ACL, he kept wrestling that match and looked really good. I think Connor Uten's going to be a problem for a lot of people this year. I think you always have the wonderful question every media day, of who's the most underrated guy right now, who's the guy that's going to surprise people. And Connor Uden seemed to be the consensus once
2 years in a row.
And I think that's only because he didn't wrestle all of last year. If he'd have wrestled all last year, I think would be a top 10 guy this year. And that's kind of my expectation for him. It's like, if he stays healthy, I think he's a top 10 guy. He looked so good last year, and he came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see Connor Uden and what he can do. And
I assume Aiden Riggins' ranking has to do with, number one, what guys left the weight. And then number two, he had a really good March.
He did.
Like, he surprised us.
Absolutely.
We definitely doubted him going in, and he performed really well. And I imagine that's what kind of went into his ranking. And I've heard that Dresser's been very happy with him and his training this offseason. So I have a soft spot for him, but I definitely am excited to see what Connor can do and really how that ends up playing out. Of course, at Wrestle-Offs, Connor won 8-4 over Aiden Riggins.
Yeah.
So that one's kind of a little...
And they'll both be at this new Cyclone Invitational, whatever it's called.
Yes, the inaugural.
Yeah, Cyclone Invitational. I was right. Good for me. They'll both be there at the weight, so hopefully they meet in the finals. Who else they got? Cody Goebel from Wisconsin will be there, but besides that, should probably be just those two in the finals. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully either one of them can beat Cody. And yeah, let's see what that match looks like in front of a crowd in a tournament setting. So I think that'd be fun.
I think it'll be interesting to see some of the more quiet guys and see how they fit into the lineup and like how they really come out of their shells and really like make a name for themselves, right? So like Steve O'Poulin, we've been watching him, Northern Colorado.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm curious, what is he like? I've only ever known him as an opponent. And same with Vinny Zerban. Like I said, very quiet, very short in my chat with him. So I'm curious, how does that translate once you're in action? And Vinny's at 157 for anyone that might not be familiar. And then, I mean, MJ Gaitan.
Yep.
Love him.
Yep.
How's he doing? I'm excited to see if the offseason was good for him. Obviously, he was a starter. He didn't finish the way he wanted either. It was, it was disappointing. And then you have so much movement with guys that he clearly was pretty close to, at least from what we could tell. I mean, I'm curious how he's doing. It seemed like the biggest thing that everybody could talk about was culture.
Yep.
The culture's the impact. The culture's what we're really focused on. And when I would ask guys, like, what stood out to you the most this summer, it's the culture. Clearly, it's a new culture. And so I'm curious what these guys really gel like when it comes to being a dual team. So I am kind of curious how those newer faces who aren't quite as like the biggest stories, how they do and how they stand out. But I think we can do it. I think we could talk about the logjam.
Okay, let's talk about the logjam.
So, like we said, Iowa State was pretty beat up last season. And so I think it's funny the deja vu I've had where last season we started by asking Dresser, what the heck is your starting lineup going to be? Because he had so many guys between 133 to like 157. And fast forward, same questions, same exact questions here. What the heck are we doing at these weights? 133, you have a guy like Garrett Grice. You have Evan Frost, who's been the starter. And I think Garrett Grice has had some good moments. But obviously, Evan's been the star there. But he has struggled with this weight.
Yep.
And that's something Dresser's been very open about. And we've seen how tough the start of the season can be. And Dresser kind of touched on this too, of just like being very clear about his expectations. And I don't know this out of Evan's mouth, but like he just looks like naturally, regardless of what he's doing with his weight, he just naturally looks like he needs to move up. Like he just looks bigger, like naturally bigger. And I'm just worried about the sustainability of him being at 133. But really, then you just run into another roadblock at 141.
Yep.
Because then you have Anthony.
Yep.
And so I am curious what they do. Do you have an idea what you would like to see happen?
What I would I think so. What I would like to see happen is essentially what Dresser seems to be doing right now. So at the Cyclone Invitational, Evan Frost is wrestling at 141 with Anthony Etchemendia at that weight. And in parentheses on the website, if you look at it, it says number 5, Evan Frost, parentheses, 133. It's like he's wrestling at 141, but he will wrestle 133. Wink, wink, nod, nod. I'm okay with Evan Frost wrestling at 141 to start the year. If he wants to go to some invitationals and some opens, let him go do that. Get some mat time at 141. But by the time January rolls around, have him drop, keep his weight in check, have him steadily drop throughout the season, this beginning part of the season. Once January hits, get him down to 133 and then just unleash him. So it's not the season-long cut and the constant strain that would be. So I don't know if that's Dresser's entire plan, but he's wrestling Evan Frost is wrestling at 141 at least this first weekend. So I think I like that idea. And then, I think Anthony should and is the guy at 141. I don't know that makes a lot of sense to do anything else there. And then at 149, you have Pinero Johnson. He's ranked number 4 right now. And then Jacob Frost actually bumped up to 149 as well. So the Frost twins are 2 weights apart right now. So if that tells you anything about Evan, because they're identical twins and you cannot tell them apart, and they're 2 weights apart right now. So this is a tough cut for Evan. I think you can tell, like you said, he just looks big. So 149, Pinero and Jacob Frost. Pinero beat Jacob in sudden victory during the wrestle-off, 4-1. But how does that play out through the entire season? Like, I'm assuming Jacob will get more opportunities in the lineup to wrestle or compete for that spot against Pinero. I'm not out on Pinero, but one of them's an All-American and one of them isn't. So I think I personally probably lean Jacob Frost in that situation, but Pinero has great wins, and he has looked very good. He's won a Big 12 tournament, so it's not like he can't do it in the postseason. He just hasn't done it at NCAAs yet. So if he can make that connection, I think it makes a lot of sense to wrestle him. But it's one of those things. Do you go with the potential of Pinero, or do you go with the proven track record of Jacob Frost? Yeah. It's a great problem to have. If you're Kevin Dresser, I mean, among the problems you can have, this is a good one. Do I go with the really good guy or the other really good guy? I don't know.
Sounds valid.
So I don't know. That's my take on that whole situation. And then knock on wood. Hopefully no one gets injured, but this is wrestling. It's a contact sport. Someone might get injured. So again, I hope that doesn't happen. But
well, and it's like you look at last year, right? And if it weren't for the injuries, we wouldn't know that Jacob had this potential.
No.
Like, that's what's crazy when you really put it into perspective is there are times where so many teams do have guys that have to sit on the bench, and you don't even know what you're missing yet. And man, Jacob was truly like such a bright spot in that lineup last year. Like, he made March fun.
Yes.
He is the whole reason that tournament was so much fun. Him and Evan both, of course, just their journey together as brothers and doing it together, but then just seeing Jacob, like you said, become an All-American, that's a big deal. And I'm curious to see the Pinero we get.
Yep.
Right? Like, has he really owned his battle with his own mind? Is it going to continue to be an issue for him on the mat? Because, I mean, he's very talented. He has the tools. He is very talented on the mat. He's fun to watch.
He's beaten really good guys.
Yep. Until, you go back and rewatch some of those matches in March, and they were tough.
He freezes, it looks like. I'm not in his brain. I don't know this, but he doesn't do what he normally does. It's like, that's not the Pinero that I watched the last 4 months.
Well, and he's older now, right? It's like he has a few years. You've had time to train. It sounds like just the overall dynamics of the team have changed with the changes and guys leaving and who's come in. So maybe, his mentality is different.
Yeah.
He seemed way more chill when we talked at Media Day. Just kind of seemed more grounded.
Okay. That's good.
is how I would describe him.
Yeah.
Just more grounded. So, but I definitely want Jacob in that lineup.
Yeah.
That's how I'm feeling about him. I'm just very curious. And I think also when you throw in Anthony and Evan against each other in that bracket, you get another chance. You get to see how Evan shapes up there, right? And I think Anthony, a thing about Anthony that I was mentioning to you before we started recording is Anthony is so good at his discipline that he is a guy who can make a cut and he can go up. So when I think of him as far as like a chess piece in this, I'm not worried about him.
Yep.
If he needs to move, I think he can do it very easily. So, but who knows? That's not our problem, right?
Nope.
Dresser, it's on you. What else are you looking forward to? Any big things?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Isaac Dean can do at 184. I think Tate Noctiborn was a very highly rated. I know Tate Noctiborn was a highly rated recruit that came in, lost to Gabe Arnold a couple times in high school, but other than that, had a phenomenal high school career in Iowa. But you bring in Isaac Dean, a proven guy, preseason ranked number 9. Just really interested to see what he looks like. I listened to your media day interview with him, and he loves being in Iowa. He's like, the wrestling culture in Iowa is great. It's like everyone actually cares about him. It's like, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We have whole podcasts dedicated to it.
Yeah. I don't know anything different.
Yeah.
So I forget that, those small areas sure don't get the same type of attention. But no, that's valid.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that. And then just generally, I'm excited for the season. Iowa State is ranked number 3. I don't know if we've made a big enough deal about that. We probably haven't. I know I haven't because I haven't been on social media recently.
Tournament and dual rankings. According to Intermat.
Yes, this is according to Intermat. And according to Intermat, Iowa State is 2 spots away from being number 2. Nebraska's number 2. Penn State's number 1, obviously. But Nebraska's 2, Iowa State's 3, Iowa 4, NC State 5, Oklahoma State number 6. Interesting. Obviously, we have to see how the season plays out.
Right.
This can all change.
This can change so fast.
But preseason hype right now for Iowa State nationally is up there. People are expecting Iowa State to do some pretty big things this year.
Yeah.
And they have what? I think I read on Andy's notes, shout out to Andy, SID Iowa State, has 7 returning All-Americans. The most since the 80s or whatever. So that's super exciting. There is a lot of hype right now for Iowa State. So we'll see what Dresser and company can produce. But I think that's just generally the thing I'm most excited for is okay, Iowa State has these expectations. What happens now?
I'm trying to see if you're right about that. And it just says new faces joined a group of returners that already had 4. So with the new guys, because Rocky, Steve-O. I need to not go, hit the mic. Aiden's going to yell at me. Anyways, not important. It's, clearly Earl at Intermat is sitting there and he's seeing something. So I'm excited to see how Iowa State shapes up. And
for the first time since 1982-1983 season, Iowa State enters a season with 7 past All-Americans on its roster.
Nice. Shout out to Andy.
Shout out to Andy.
See, we read your notes. We read them every time.
Sometimes it's 20 minutes before we start recording, but we read them.
Yeah. Yep. I have no expectations, but not in a I don't care. But I just truly am so open to just anything.
Yeah.
Ready for it. It should be a good season. I am very excited. After the inaugural Cyclone Invitational, what do we got? What do we got cooking?
I think it's Nebraska
Kearney?
Kearney?
On November 14th. And then that Cyhawk rolls up real quick, November 30th.
Yeah.
Ames, Iowa. Pumped to not drive to Iowa City.
Yep. Amen to that.
So we'll talk about getting that measuring stick in there real quick. So I actually will be very curious who goes in against Iowa. I think that's something you guys need to pay attention to is who gets put in at 133, 141, 149.
Yep.
It'll be interesting.
It will be very interesting.
Last thing I'll share before we can wrap this little kickoff to wrestling season, just close it out. I'm having trouble with words. It's late when we're recording this. I had a chance to have a one-on-one with Coach Villascusa, Fernando Villascusa. He got a promotion this summer. He's now like the director of like development.
Okay, nice.
I'm blanking on it now that I want to talk about it. And that has to be one of my favorite interviews I've done in a long time. He was just so much fun to talk to. Development coordinator, apologies.
Okay.
He was just like so open, and you can just tell how much he loves wrestling. I didn't realize like just how deeply rooted wrestling is in his life and his upbringing and his wife as well. And it makes so much sense how it like trickled into their kids. Like his daughter is a badass, okay, in wrestling. Sorry, Aiden. And Nando has also put on some impressive matches for the Cyclones, and he was great. And he is just such another great example of the way people fall in love with Ames, because he says he just loves it so much. He loves it so much. He loves Dresser. He talks about being best friends with Nick Carr. And just like, I asked him about when he cried when Younger and Anthony won their conference titles, and he said, I just felt like I won. It's just so wholesome. And it's like stories like that are such a big reason why I love the sport so much, because it's like all these big dudes beating each other up, but then there's just so much like heart when you get in there. So I'm excited. I've been working on it. Crazy trying to do writing and then a day job, but I'm excited for that to come out. I think people will really like it, and I think it'll be nice for people to get to know him, because he's definitely much quieter on the mat side when Strasser starts yelling. So, but no, I'm excited.
It'll be a fun season.
It is. I think people should tune in. Like I said, that Cyhawk Duels and Ames. So get your tickets. Single dual tickets are on sale. And yeah, a lot of good stuff coming. So we'll be here all season. I'll have coverage as usual. Make sure to follow along on Twitter. And yeah, feel free to send any DMs. I love when people send me DMs of random things.
My DMs are private.
Mine are
That doesn't
open.
mean you can't, but it'll be difficult.
No, I love when people send me like questions or what they're looking for, and I just love it. So, but like I said, we'll be here all season, courtesy of Fareway. And yeah, final thoughts?
Number 3. I think that's huge.
I was very surprised by that as well.
Well above Oklahoma State. You heard all about Oklahoma State last year and the money they spent, and they got a pretty good Iowa State guy in the transfer portal. And it's like, oh, all right. People are viewing Iowa State more optimistically than Oklahoma State to start the season. I think that's my biggest takeaway, and Iowa too. I mean, as long as things don't go sideways this first weekend, Iowa State will be ranked higher than Iowa when they meet up. That's exciting.
I don't want to get too caught up, but I'm feeling good.
Okay. I'm excited to break that duel down.
Yeah, but we got a few weeks.
So. Patience is a virtue.
Well, thanks for listening, guys. We'll be back soon.